Welcome all. So this today we would see the topic the cracked mysteries of the universe. We mostly forget that we are in a huge universe and there are many things which affects our life. And without knowing this, we tend to blame ourselves and others for many things which happen to us. Even though the things which are happening to us is because of our own mentality, our own intentions, still to be peaceful in this world is the real goal of life, but we never keep this in mind. Instead, we think simply material comforts and security can give happiness, which is immaturity, illogical, and false belief. So, actually, how to be peaceful? Let's crack the mystery now. Now, we need to realize that we are beyond this body. So, the soul within us does not need to do anything to be peaceful. But because our senses are not under control, our mind is not under control, so wherever our mind takes and our senses drag us, we go behind it and get caught in the clutches of the material things. Now, the knowledge that we are beyond this body is given by the power of sun, and that's why sun is the anma or the soul within a human body. Now, our desires make us do good deeds or bad deeds, and we get entrapped into the material bondage. And this is because of our mind, since our mind is not in control, and moon represents our mind. This knowledge that we are beyond this body and we are getting entrapped in the good and bad deeds will help us overcome grief and lead us a peaceful life. Now, this knowledge is represented by Jupiter or number 3 in numerology. The soul is represented by 1, the mind is represented by 2. Now, even when this knowledge is not followed, then starts the real problem of life. To fulfill our desires, what we have created because of our mind, we take wrong path and deceive others, and when we do not have the required talents and resources, we suffer punishment in our lifetime and in the longer run even during our next lifetime if we accept reincarnation. Now, this tendency to deceive others or to run behind our desires or hankering for desires, carving for desires is represented by number 4 in numerology and Rahu in Vedic astrology. Now, number 5 is Mercury. Now, when desires arise, then our intellect finds ways and means to satisfy the desire. Thus, it strains the mind, making it stressed and depressed. So, the intellect is represented by Mercury, and that's why we see that the intellect does not like the mind, because the mind is depressed when the intellect start working. Now, when we are successful in satisfying our material desires, which are temporary in nature, then this happiness is represented by Venus or number 6 in numerology. Now, when we are unsuccessful in our uh, attempt to satisfy our desires, then we start analyzing the pros and cons, the causes of our suffering, why we were not able to achieve our desire, and then we develop divine wisdom and understanding of life. And this inner growth, this inner questioning is represented by Ketu, which represents the knowledge, and in numerology it's number 7. Similarly, when we are completely unsuccessful, then we are entrapped into sorrow and we develop jealousy. We start realizing the bitter truths of life, the futility of our material development, the futility of our running behind material things, and we try to revive our original consciousness, which is embodiment of pure bliss and happiness. And this is represented by Saturn, and that's why It said that Saturn comes to revive our consciousness, to bring us back to our normal position, constitutional position. Now, when even this does not work, when we are not able to get to the realization, it is then we start fighting and use aggression, and we think by destroying things we can become peaceful and ultimately take the destructive path. Now, this destructive path is represented by Mars, the anger, the uncontrollable uh, carving to dominate and show aggression towards the world so that everything is finished, and thus falsely thinking that by destroying other things we can remain peaceful. And this number is represented by 9 in numerology and the planet Mars. Now, all these situations which are created in life are played by the divine planets, which are agents of God, and they simply reward our own actions and thoughts. And realizing that we are souls beyond this body, and this body is only a temporary instrument to realize this vital truth through service, devotion, and worship, then the real bliss is experienced by the soul, and it experiences the union with the divine pervading the whole universe, whom we call God. And in this pure love and devotion, we start experiencing pure happiness. So, it's not that difficult to understand what life is. We simply have to do things as a service just because it pleases our soul and it pleases the Creator, who has uh, manifested himself into so many things, himself into this world. So it's simply love for the creation and the Creator, love for the manifestation and the manifester of this universe, which is going to bring back unity among human beings. Our qualities are different, our talents are different, so there is no point of competing with each other. There is no point of showing jealousy. There is no point of showing anger. But yes, if things are against righteous way of living, if things are deviating from this real knowledge, then good people, people who have understood the mystery, should help others to come out of that level of ignorance to bliss. So this is a short understanding of what life is all about and what the mysteries of the universe are. Thank you.